Metal Gear Solid Ground Zero is an action-adventure stealth video game produced by Konami and Kojima Production, and it is the first entry for the series into the next generation console. This is the first salvo and what will culminate with the release of Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain, currently scheduled for release early spring 2015. Now, if you're expecting this to be a sequel to Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriot, you will probably be disappointed, as the game is a direct continuation of Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, which originally was released on the PlayStation Portable in 2010. If you haven't picked up the Metal Gear collection, which includes Peace Walker, give the game a playthrough, since most of the inspiration for Ground Zeroes is lifted directly from Peace Walker. That being said, this is not a barrier into enjoying the game and should not discourage you from purchasing the game. The gameplay in Ground Zeroes is a drastic departure from past entries into the series, but it's for the best. Stealth action has never been better and much more gratifying. For some, the stealth could potentially make them hesitant to picking up the game, but the stealth is handled so smoothly and so entertaining and so approachable, you will find yourself trying to perfect the new mechanics and come up with different ways to approach the different situations that the game presents to you. That being said, if you're looking for a gunfight, Ground Zeroes won't disappoint you. The third-person shooter mechanics are vastly improved from previous games, but if you decide to take this path, the game will be much more difficult. Ground Zeroes rewards you much more for your stealth skills and how quick your trigger finger is. The addition of slow-mo is another new tool in the game that is not as game-breaking of an ability as it would seem, but it's a welcome addition in Big Boss's toolbox. Another enhancement has been the Close Quarter Combat, or CQC. It's been revamped and modernized, and you have more control of Big Boss's martial arts training. This enables you to engage the enemies in much more realistic ways than in previous entries. Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes is a new direction for the game that quickly establishes that Metal Gear can't only evolve, but it's going to revolutionize the self-game genre again and lay a solid foundation for Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain. For this review, I played the game on the PlayStation 4 and it looks fantastic. However, there are still some issues with invisible walls and awkward animations. The environment effects are superior to anything you've ever seen in a previous Metal Gear game, with the lighting effect being the star of the show. The character models have been improved, along with Big Boss looking the best he ever has. On the PlayStation 4, the game does not miss a beat. There is some clipping issues when carrying a soldier over your head and running, but that's not too much of an inconvenience. The frame rate never drops even in the most intense of sequences, as the PlayStation 4 keeps the action moving at a brisk's pace. Right from the start, you can feel this is a different Metal Gear game, made evident by several key changes you are introduced to at the beginning of your mission. The first is that the long cutscenes have been replaced with shorter, less intrusive stories, which change the feel of the game, but also your gameplay is never interrupted, which keeps you focused on the task at hand. The second is Keith Sutherland replacing David Hayter as the voice of Big Boss. I've always been a fan of David Hayter as a voice actor, and I did miss his interpretation of Big Boss, but with the lack of cutscenes, you are gradually eased into Kiefer Sutherland's voice. He does an awesome job of portraying an older, war-dreary Big Boss. If you're coming to this game just for the story, you won't be getting anything worthwhile that you haven't already seen in a trailer. That being said, there is so much content in this game that paying the $30 price tag is well worth your purchase. The game provides you with an additional 6 stages after you complete the prologue that are just as entertaining and if not more fun than the prologue itself. If you plan to get this on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360, do it for $20. It's a bargain for how much content is packed into this. The game looks great on last gen, but the experience is definitely enhanced on the next generation console. This game is a definite buy. This is Wilbert Rivera for Proven Gamers, signing off.